And we are back with game number 3 of HF versus X3 here at the Eastern European DPC Division 2. I'm Harry Freak, and I'm going to be bringing you the action of this series and the two after them. It is going to be a bit of a big penalty for HF. They get a penalty level 3 in their draft. I think that's no reserve time, and that's why we're going to be getting a very fast draft here. The reason for it, well, it's not going to be disclosed to the public at this point. I don't even know it, but it is the reason why we didn't exactly know when the game is going to be starting has been something to do with the lobby there. But either way, we are going to be getting into the game. It really isn't important why admins and the HF they have discussed it, and now we're going to be going in. Actually, they do have 20 seconds of reserve time, so yeah, not really too good. I'm liking that X3 is also flash banning, right, and flash picking as much as they can so that they catch HF off guard. And then, if you need to pick, if you need to think, you can, but you don't have to. They ban out the sniper as well. They're banning all of these strong range carries that go well with the Treant Protector, so we're not going to be seeing that one again, unless you want to go for something like a Medusa Luna, which is pretty much out there
10 seconds remaining
compared to the current meta. And it is going to be a Mirana coming out from X3. So in game number 1, HF didn't do too well with a Tiny and the Mirana combo. Let's see if X3 will be doing it this time around. HF, they do get the Nature's Prophet. That's the one you forgot to ban. Actually, I'm quite surprised because HF, they won against, I think, both PuckChamp and Hydra with the Nature's Prophet. So this is actually very dangerous for X3. They could get eliminated right here and now if they're not careful, and against the team that hasn't won a single series so far. So yeah, against Hydra, they did have a Nature's Prophet. It was an offlane Nature's Prophet for HF. Against PuckChamp, they had an offlane Nature's Prophet as well, and they won. So let's see if this one is going to be a carry. I wouldn't mind a carry either. Pretty sure Xani can play it. It's going to be Ricky. Okay, now this I don't like. So from minute 7 to minute 15, you don't have your supports. They're only good at defending towers. Yes, you can play defensively and the Ricky hunting onto the careers, but the thing is that X3, now they have 2 pushers. Your supports are not going to be preventing those pushes whatsoever. They have 2 heroes that are very good at catching you. Yes, it is going to be the supports, but it doesn't matter because these 2 can't get the kills. You're not like super tanky on your heroes, especially the Bat who wants to be like putting fire around the map, making sure that at least the creeps are dying fast enough. But this is not looking good for HF. I was okay with their draft the last time. I still thought they were going to lose, so they surprised me. They played a decent game of Dota, but now I'm very much afraid. It is going to be Sugar at Lycan. X3, they have heroes that they like to play, that they have heroes that they know how to play. And also you have this downtime until minute 15 where you're in a lot of trouble. Yes, once you do get a shard on the Ricky shard and the Treant Protector, you can catch, you can be everywhere around the map, but HF haven't really shown us that much in terms of split pushing and controlling the map. They have shown us that they understand how they want to fight. With this kind of a lineup, you never want to fight, really. But we'll see. We'll see. Maybe it does work out. I'd like Sugarrat to get an early shard on the Lycan in this game, because if the lanes are pushing in onto HF, they cannot play Dota. So Spectre and the Tear Leader will band out, and they pick up a Seeker. Okay, that's a good laner versus the Lycan. I'm okay with that. So what deals well with a Nature's Prophet? Monkey King? Is Monkey King in the pool? Yep, Monkey King is in the pool. This is a banger Monkey King game. I guess the only thing you're afraid of is the Bat Rider. Everything else, well, you don't really care. Is there anything else? You could be laning with the Tiny. So you could go for something like an SF, to be honest. I wouldn't mind it at all. And illusion-based heroes. PL is also quite nice, though is not a hero that is being played too much, and sometimes when it's risky, you don't want to be going for those. Definitely hasn't been too successful. Let me see if there were and how many PL games. Nope, picked 0 times. PA was picked once, lost the game. I would actually like a PL here because it lanes well against the Nature's Prophet. It's very good against the bad Seeker. Doesn't do anything to you. These two supports are so bad. Probably Nesphere is now saying, guys, this is a perfect PL game. Pick it for me. And everyone else is like, but it's a shit hero. I don't care. Give it to me. I'm going to show him how it's done. And I do believe that Nesphere could pull it off. This would be really an awesome PL game because Nature's Prophet does nothing to you. The Bat Editor does nothing to you. You buy a Manta. These supports, they do nothing to you. And Seeker is also pretty bad. I mean, yes, he can get a Maelstrom, but that's about it. Maelstrom and the Gleipnir for the Seeker and the Nature's Prophet are the extent of their abilities of dealing with you. And Smokescreen can be annoying, but you do have ways of killing the Riki, and you do have ways of spreading out the fight, you know, from all sides. HF cannot stay in one place. Okay, CK, that's actually, I guess, a version of a PL now that is stronger. It does lane well against the Nature's Prophet. It does work quite nice. Doesn't care about the bat later on. Could care about the bat in the laning phase, considering that he's not laning against him. Not going to be caring at all. Actually looks pretty decent. It's burst damage, it's not overtime, you don't overwhelm the fight like the PL, but you just jump in, you kill someone, your illusions, they pretty much live. I'm liking X3's lineup. I think this is gonna be it for HF here in this Division 2. They really had a really cool road. They did win against PuckChamp and against Hydra. Hydra only lost one game in the whole Division 2. And it was against HF, so other than that, well, they've only lost. They won 3 maps, one against those two, one against X3. Maybe now is the time for them to win a series. Will they do it? I don't believe so, but let's see. I didn't believe in them in game number 1 either, so we are going to be seeing the story of this decider in front of our eyes next, and we're hoping that it's a good game. I think that's what we're all hoping for. But to be honest, we have 2 more series after this one. YNT versus PuckChamp and Cybercats versus Rise Esports. So even if this map isn't exciting, well, we're gonna be getting some exciting ones throughout the later end of the day, and of course on the February the 21st we're gonna have some games as well. On the 22nd, just before the major starts, we might have some tiebreakers if they are forced out. Then I kind of believe that at least one will be forced out. But with that being said, we're gonna wait for the game to start by listening to our lovely sponsors over at EGB.
Bets on esports, bets on streamers, impressive bonus system. Welcome bonus up to $600, cashback, artifacts, regular promotions, daily giveaways. Try yourself as a bookmaker. Great lines. EGB.com, more than just a bookmaker.
And Dota returns here in game number 3 of X3 versus HF. X3 on the Radiant side, HF on the Dire. Different from the previous game. I think both of the teams won. No, actually, X3 won one from the Dire side when they had their Nature's Prophet. Let's see now. HF Nature's Prophet has beaten PuckChamp. HF Nature's Prophet has beaten Hydra. One game, not a series. So let's see if they're gonna be beating X3 here as well. But if they win now, it is gonna be for a full series, something they haven't been able to accomplish for the entirety of the series. Let's see now when they bring in the race. They really look like
30 seconds
a nice bunch of guys, you know. Even there we saw a little bit of a smile there coming out from Xani. He has been looking, you know, kind of sad, but finally HF, they're starting to look up their guys. Even if we don't do well in this season, we're now going to prepare for a little bit for the qualifiers of Division 2. Even if we lose, it doesn't matter. We have shown that we have potential, and that is the most important thing for newer teams. Xani and the Lone are going to be clicking there on the rune, and Xani shows that he is faster, better, stronger. And it is going to be 3 runes, it seems like, for HF. Yep, X3, they do secure themselves only the 1. Observer for the last time. He has been doing a really good job overall. Not a lot of kills missed. X3 this time around, they do bring a lot of heroes on the top lane to deal with those trees, so no one is gonna be caught there. And finally, the Tiny pulls up the last one from the ground. Let's see if this time around it's gonna be a little bit better for Sugarat in lane. Mid lane erase. Last time he did have a ton of denies on the bat, but his CS was suffering quite a lot. We'll see if now it's gonna be a bit different. That was very weird to me. alone. He does find Zoe's courier. There's gonna be some nice gold, and we're seeing again at least double the odds there, even a little bit more in favor of X3 HF. AGP definitely looks at those drafts and thinks, yeah, this one HF, well, it's a long shot. In the previous one definitely had more chances, and they used it. Alone, going for a little bit of a stroll there with his lucky tree that kind of looks like somebody's spine. And if you guys have watched Naruto, this Tiny always reminds me of Kimimaro. If you haven't, well, you're lost, guys, but you should. Fun series. I don't really know if someone who is older and who has never watched it, if he's gonna have fun, or if I'm just biased because I watched it as a kid and I wanted to see how the story unravels. But anyways, we are gonna have a little bit of a slower start than we had in the previous two games, where there were kills right at the start. Now it's gonna be taking a bit longer before these teams decide to kill each other, murder each other. No one wants to get close, and it is just gonna be a farm fest for now. I can't even say who's winning. Maybe slightly X3, but it's not really that big of a deal. Xani is farming quite nice there under the tower. Sugargrat is not being shut down like in the previous game, and alone will get a pull off. Very nicely done here by the Tiny. You don't want only the range creep, you want the whole wave there as well, and that's nicely done. Even if you stop the pull now from the side of HF, the lane will be closer to the tower of X3, and exactly what Zoe will do. The wolves and the Tiny will be smacking him, biting him. He will be surviving, no problem. Let's get the leech seed off there, so getting some HP back. Slapped by the Tiny. Backhand there coming out from the Tiny as well. It really does hurt. Bottom lane, Weebian, Proletari. The slow start definitely is nice for X3, because once minute 6-7 comes, when they get level 4s on their supports, close to level 6s on their cores, that is when you start applying pressure, and that is when the Treant Protector and the Riki, they can't do much. So I'm thinking X3, they probably start rotating towards the mid lane. The kill potential in the side lanes for HF, well, not really there, especially if the bat is being held in his place. So you just send the supports towards the mid lane. If you pull the supports of HF there, you're going to be quite happy. Your cores are going to be farming. Maybe the Lycan won't be farming better than the Seeker, but the CK will definitely be farming better than the Nature's Prophet in the mid lane. You have more kill potential. Your enemies, but look at the Treant Protector. Big, heavy arm. Alone shows what he does to the arms of the Treant Protectors. They are just branches, you know. Tosses it, but overall, it is just gonna be shenanigans between the two. Proletari doesn't want a straight up lane, neither does the Riki. You know, stun from the CK, arrow connects, you could easily die. You want this to be a little bit different. Here, critting those targets dark. Well, trading with an Nature's Prophet is always gonna go badly for you. He does have the healing salve, and he should really use it, because his top lane is probably gonna be suffering because of that thirst. And there it is, Sugargrat, yeah, gonna be suffering now quite a lot. There is gonna be an avalanche to keep the enemies away, and Sugargrat will be fine. Probably don't have the guts to go for that one if there's no thirst on the Seeker. He's very fast because of it. He's looking towards the bottom lane. Drink that salve. And Mirana does go for it, but does take some significant damage right after it. So finally, HF are starting to do better in the laning stage. It is very much needed. Riki, well, in a lot of trouble. Double Starstorm, not gonna be a double one, and because of that, Weebian will live. If that creep didn't connect there, if Dark did get into a good position for a double Starstorm, that could have been a kill there, or at least would have gotten super close for Mirana to contemplate going for one more leap to chase him down. But in the end, not good enough there. Makes a slight mistake on Dark, and it is gonna cost them a potential first blood. Seeker doing really well. They know what they picked him. Every single time this hero is gonna be laning well. There's very low amount of heroes that can really pressure him. Not sure why the Observer is putting that much emphasis on the Chaos Bolt there. Either way, we are going to be looking at the Lycan, who did go for the Howl there on level 4. Because during nighttime, it's global, right? So wherever you are on the map, your armor is going to be reduced. And X3 want to do some nice damage there alone. Rotating to the mid lane, Natty Narwhal. He doesn't have a bottle, so it doesn't really care about Rune all that much. Alone will be pushed back, and in the end the Rune will be going towards the bat. Mirana was in the base while this was happening, so it doesn't really help all that much. Proletari left alone. He's gonna be stunned up. They have the Starstorm. They want to get the kill. One more hit. They're not gonna be coming out, but Dark this time around, he will be committing, and he does get himself first blood. No leaps, but has the Fairy Fire, so really his life is not gonna be threatened in any way. The Striki has to be careful if he continues moving forward. The CK, he hurts. Alone. He has been found, has been slowed down, but will be fine. Batrider does a lot of magical damage, and Tiny has a lot of HP, so it's not really that big of a deal. That is, armor is very low. Only 1 kill, 7 minutes in. There's the passiveness of the Eastern European region. None of these teams want to lose, guys. Don't be surprised if we get a super long game. Division 2 teams in Eastern Europe, they have been very passive. The thing is, in the previous seasons, they've always tried to end the game a little bit earlier. Natty Narwhal, is he gonna go for this one? They have the Howl, so a little bit of minus armor there. Not gonna be enough. Weeby and gets low and will be surviving. But anyways, coming back to the story. So now what they're doing in this season, they're actually playing very long games. Eastern Europe and Southeast Asia have had the longest game. Southeast Asia a little bit longer, a little bit more passive. But Eastern Europe in the previous seasons, they would be passive in the start of the game, but then later on they would even overdive sometimes. Because of those overdives, now they're scared because they've lost so many games because of it. It does make sense that you are going to be taking it a bit easier. Like I said, don't be surprised if this is a very long game, because whoever loses it is just out. A lot of it is on the line, so I don't think anyone is really going to have the guts to put their foot on the gas. CK, right band, going for an armlet. Understandably so. Rune, where is it gonna be? Double Starstone, Vivian, he's already died. It's gonna be the Rune taken by the Mirana. Race needs to be careful. No, actually, it is Natty Narwhal who needs to be careful. And Race gets the kill now. Without your mid laner, your damage it is non-existent. Dark leaps away. And the Race doesn't have the Firefly any longer, so doesn't want to continue fighting. He's happy with the 1 kill. HF finally get themselves on the board. 8 minutes in. It is gonna be a lasso used. The DP not respecting the damage output. He has a third-party tournament, and he has the Tundra there. Skitter played a lot of CK. He always used the ulti for farming. Like, he literally did not care. This is a farming ulti for him. Zoe is being eaten by wolves. Let's see. The wolves will die and Zoe will live, barely. The thing is that wolves eat meat. They don't really eat lumber. So it's quite normal that they really didn't want to commit for that one. Avalanche, he doesn't have it on alone, but he does have the tree grab, so he's thinking maybe he can kill the tree. And this guy has a lot of HP. Without both of your spells, that's not going to be happening. Zoe with the Leech Seed is actually going to be fighting this one quite successfully, I might add. Alone is thinking about a kill. Not gonna be happening. I'm liking that he's not using his spells there. So Helm of the Dominator will be done. That's a big thing. But if you look at the difference in net worth between the Seeker and Shergrat, it is huge. Sure, this is a good timing for the Helm of the Dom, but the Seeker is gonna be quite happy with this one. There it is. He's gonna get the Centaur, but he's surrounded. These creeps. Traitor! They want to kill him. Well, they won't be able to. The Centaur will get pulled back, and his new master will make sure that he's safe and sound, while nothing happens on the map. 1-1 in terms of kills. 10 minutes in. Last game, HF at this point, they had like 20 kills, right? So, 20 times more than what we have now, or what they have now. It is a big difference. Xani, ruptured already. You're not really afraid of the shapeshift at all. You're just gonna rupture him. The more you run, the more it hurts. Guys, if you get hurt, you need to stay in bed. You need to recuperate and only then go back into action. That's pretty much what the Seeker teaches us. That is the thing. That's how you should watch Dota. It has so many life lessons to give to us. I'm sure everybody agrees. that they have been learned many life lessons. Everyone had like problems in their lives, and then Dota came in, and then their problems never stopped, but at least you forgot about them because you had so much fun playing and watching. The thing is, we're not having much fun watching this right now. That is the shortest TP that I've seen in my life. Just kidding, the shortest one I've seen today. And he had a good position there to go for the enemies. Now the Howlo. So he gets low, armor reduced, but he does have the living armor to protect him. Tiny in the guise of the Moonlight Shadow. The arrow is not going to be connecting, and it's going to be a symphony of fails. Now they also use the Rupture, so you cannot go forward there on the DP, but you're going to be moved. Thing is, there is someone that is going to make you just move yourself and going to be going down. These Lycan units, they are hungry for blood. They're not going to be getting it, but at least they're going to be getting some nice Winterwood there. Jump in from the Ricky. Tricks of the trade. He's trying to go for a lone, but too many units there. He's not going to be connecting. It should be a double kill for Shergrat. Proletari comes over. They see Dark. Actually, he misses on the Sprout, so he doesn't see anything. And Dark will be getting himself out. It's going to be a 2 for 2. Of course, X3, they lose a core, so it is going to be favored for HF a little bit. The problem is that Nesphere was farming all this time. And HF, well, all of their heroes, pretty much every single one, was involved in that fight. That's gonna allow the CK to get to the top spot of the network chart, just using that Phantasm to farm as much as he possibly can. And Maelstrom 12 minutes in. This is a good timing for a Bloodseeker. This is what you want. This hero is very good at laning, but if you lose the laning phase, you never come back in the jungle. Now with the Maelstrom and with the Blood Rage, you are gonna be able to farm like a madman. So nothing that X3 can do to prevent that one. I'm gonna have to say, HF this early game, they're looking good because minute 15 it is coming. I'm not sure if the Ricky will have gold, but they are gonna be surviving till minute 15. You know, that minute 7 to 15 that I said. Well, X3 didn't really do anything about it. They didn't get any big kills. They didn't pressure the towers. They didn't slow down HF one bit. The HF are going to be quite happy with Xani. He's getting some stacks. He's stacking himself. He's going to be quite happy with it. Tricky. He might not have the shard exactly at 15 minutes, but he's going to have it soon. And if he's involved into a kill or two, he will be finishing it off. Arrows flying out. Not going to be connecting on anyone. You don't have the Treant Protector. The bottom tower will eventually fall. Nesphere going for a TP out. He will be successful. Erase doesn't get there in time, but he was very, very close. Wanted to use the lasso with an Arcane Rune. Not going to be successful. CK, where did he TP? Towards the top lane. Treant Protector, he's there on his own. But he's very good at protecting towers. Let's see if he'll be able to defend this one. The Skeletons are rallying, and they're going to use the Phantasm as well. He's going for the ulti. The lasso isn't going to be there in time. Shergrat will be able to get himself away. Ulti from the Nature's Prophet. That's going to be 100 gold there from the Dark Troll Summoner. Zoe is still being chased down. Shergrat wants blood, and it's going to be his own that is being tasted now by the Seeker. Xani gets himself a kill, gets there in time to protect his buddy.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And to get the kill as well. 2k Goldie, the HF looking really good. They're bringing in Nadinar. Well, this tower has to fall, guys. Let's go. Arrow not going to be connecting. The communication between Alone and Dark non-existent. And the Ricky get himself out. The Sentry will get blazed down. At least they'll bring down Zoe. Dark secures it. And this tower will eventually fall. X3, they worked hard towards this, and finally they're going to achieve their goal. 4-4 in terms of kills. HF, they're leading in terms of gold. This game is looking like currently it's in their control. Minute 15 is approaching. The kid that survived that one. Thing is, he hasn't really farmed all that much, but he's gonna be staying on the top lane to do so. Xani farming the Ancients, some stacks going his way. Seeker, it seems like he's getting low, like he can't do it, but then he's back to full. I'm not liking that Nesphere is pretty much just farming and he's not using the Phantasm. Like, what is he saving it for? Really? Just use it every single time for farm. I understand that his team needs some help, but it's really not that big of a deal. You made sure that the top tower fell. Now just use your ulti to farm faster. Catch for X3 until they get the blink on the Tiny, non-existent. When can they get the blink? Well, I don't know. It's gonna take some time. All three of their cores are pretty much on 3 different sides of the map. And farming the creeps, farming the lanes, farming everything. Finally, they're gonna send Shergrat to the top lane. That's how you do it. Now, this is X3's playstyle, you know, classic one. Send him to the top. Nesphere is looking like he's probably gonna die here. He does go for the Phantasm, turns around, wants the stun through the smoke cloud. Not gonna be possible. Ricky going forward, still doesn't have the shard. Actually does. He does have that sleeping dart, gonna be silenced up. Jump out in a couple seconds after the silence is done. He's gonna get pulled in, but the tree flying through will finish him off. Exactly. Actually, it is gonna be Natty Narwhal that does get the kill in the end, but still, they do get the kill, and that first smoke from HF with a shard on the Ricky will be unsuccessful, but look at the Seeker. Look at how fast he's farming. He's gonna have a pre-20-minute BKB. This is a perfect game for a Seeker. He's gonna be running in an X3, looking at their heroes. They're not gonna be able to do that much. Tiny struggling with the farm. He's just with his team. He knows they need help. But if him and the Mirana don't get those arrows in, it's gonna be a problem. Weebian fills the bottle. HF, you need to do better on the map. So right now, if you're HF, what you want to do is you want to get the Lycan out of the top lane as much as you can, and they actually are doing it. Sleep, onto the DP, think about going in. They have the lasso. Natty Narwhal is going to be fine. He has the Arcane Rune, 4 Spirit Siphons, a hard hero to kill. Okay, Alone is getting close to the blink. I like this. He stopped buying his phase boots, so he's gonna have that blink early. And that's actually quite nice. Philosopher's Stone, so the heroes, the supports on the side of HF are gonna be relatively rich. We'll see if X3 get the same luxury for themselves. Aghanim Scepter and the Nation's Prophets, the big items coming out from HF. The biggest one is gonna be the BKBs, and they're gonna come out at roughly the same times. Of course, Seeker has something more on top of that one. Erase. Not a pushover either. With the Boots of Travel, it's actually quite nice, especially with having the Nature's Prophet. The global presence of HF is insane. If there are a couple of heroes that are a bit low on HP on the side of X3, the Seeker is also going to be super fast. This global presence for HF, they're going to be everywhere. That Prophet matches that one, does have the bots. Too. He's going to be going for a BKB, so both him and the Bat are going to be getting those at roughly the same time. Tiny, big call, Sleeping Dart, they're going to be lasso, they're not going to be saving any of their spells. Avalanche Toss, well, nothing you can really do with that one. Sugarrat, going to be going for a TP out, not going to be happening. Xani is faster than you. He was thinking about going for the Ancient Black Dragon, but extra 250 gold, he didn't really want it. He knows that he farms super fast, and for now, it wouldn't be worth it, especially with the potential TPs coming towards the top lane. Very nice grab there. And this is at HF. They don't want to be fighting. They don't want to be going into any kind of brawls, skirmishes, team fights. They just want small little pickoffs around the map and to increase their gold lead, which is exactly what they're doing. 2 of their cores are topping the network chart. The margin between them and the CK is quite decent, and the Batrider is close as well, so they're farming the map better, even though they don't have any advantage in terms of towers. When you look at it, both of the teams have taken only 1 tower down.
Tower is under attack.
Atari being targeted by Nesphere, who is coming in invis. You're not the only ones who can be invisible, and now pulled into this one. The arrow will connect, and that should be a kill, especially with the Avalanche going in. Sunny, he does have a BKB, gonna be going for Nesphere, goes for a TP out. Nice toss from Malone. He's not gonna be allowing his guy to die. It is gonna be a 1-for-1, definitely favoring X3, but Dark, yeah, he might be a bonus. Xani is relatively fast. Actually, that's gonna be stopping right now. No one is low, but Natty Narwhal comes over. Let's go, let's fight. He's gonna get ruptured, so he cannot move all too much. He doesn't care. Natty Narwhal is going forward. He's gonna get the kill, but at what cost? Xani goes in the BKB pop. I don't care. Xani just cuts him down, and Natty Narwhal pulling away on his hair there, thinking, why the hell did I want this kill all that much? He didn't even get it. Ricky survived, and now it's continuing to be a nuisance around the map. He's gonna put the Lycan to sleep. It's night time, but now with the day coming, Sugarrat will be awake. Let's find the DD. Not that great of a rune, to be honest. He's not going to be doing much with it. They're just making sure that his creeps are going to be going towards the mid lane. He wants this tower, so he's doing his best to defend it. But really, you cannot stop an Ancient Black Dragon. Living armor. Everything will get burned down. Treant does get the book, so wants to get educated there. Imagine one day you come to school and there is a tree sitting next to you. That would be a scene for sure. Yes, I am crazy. I have no idea what I'm talking about. But anyways, 6-9, the perfect score here between the teams. And the
Are scanning.
Seeker is going for a Scotty. X3, they're going to be scanned out. So HF, they know they're coming. Blink Dagger from the CK. X3, they understand we have to make something happen. This is not working out. We're losing way too much ground on the map. We have to catch our enemies. And the CK is going to be their farmer, their carry, their catch, their everything. Rana is going to be caught there with the sleeping dart. No more leaps, and will easily be taken down. Erase. He's dominating. Now going towards the top lane alone. There is going to be a TP from the Nature's Prophet, and when they get the sleep, they'll get the damage as well. Alone will do as much damage as he can before he goes down, but in the end, there's nothing he can do about this one. The Ancient Black Dragon, well, it will be abandoned by Shergrat. He gets the troll there. Ice Troll Shaman. So we'll be able to prevent the enemies from getting the extra 250 gold in the end. You only lose the supports, but look at this HF. They're already on the other part of the map. We know where you are. You cannot escape us. And the Ricky is coming over. He is going to be spotted there by the ward and the sentry, and will be taken down. So very nice kill for X3 to at least alleviate the pressure from the map a bit. He knows there's a ward, there's a sentry. He's quite well aware of it. And Nadine Arlo already out, already to the top. Smoke was used. Shergrat not going to be a part of it. Alone has a blink. Nesfir has a blink. They have ways of initiation. They have ways of getting kills. They're looking towards the Nature's Prophet. They see him on the ward quite clearly. You have to run. And Proletari, you're not going to be running away. Avalanche not just kill him immediately. Arrow into the face and a smack from the CK. Ray think about going in. He's going to think twice. That CK hurts. Already shown it immediately into the pit. Is this gonna be enough damage? Can HF respond to this one? They are stronger currently. They're thinking about rotating. They don't have the mid lane tower, but the Nature's Prophet can buy back, use the ulti TP in if need be. It seems like the answer will be no. The Ricky will go for a D-ward there on the vision in his own jungle, but it is gonna come at the cost. You get a ward, we get a Nature's Prophet, and a Roche. I'd say XG are gonna be a bit happier with that one. Lycan already working towards the Hex. Okay, so they're gearing up for the later portions of the game to have ways to fight. Hex is going to be quite nice for Shergrat if he can get it in a decent time, and for now it looks like it is going to be that way. Their gold lead is diminishing a bit, so they haven't been able to catch people, right? They pushed out the waves, they got a couple of kills, but they haven't been able to snowball off of that. That's why we're seeing 8x3 just taking a little bit of ground back towards themselves. Top lane. Sphere. Shergrat, they're here. They want the tier 2. Fast, they can actually get it in game number 1. They got a very fast tier 2 this time around. There's no glyph yet again, but you're up against the Treant Protector. Smoke from HF. The Bloodseeker is on the bottom lane. TP in from the Treant. So he wants to defend this one with everything he has. They don't want it to fall. They're going to get the sleep onto Nesfir. Pushed back. He's not going to be woken up just yet. There's the smoke screen. Doesn't have a BKB, so can't really attack in it. All that efficiently. The arrow will connect on Zoe. There's going to be a big one if they can kill him. But look at this. The ulti from the Nature's Prophet. Exani now goes in with the Rupture. Goodbye. Your exorcism is no good here. They already lost Nesfir once. He needs to get away. Xani, here's a cleanup crew, and X3, they just need to get themselves away to not be exterminated by the side of HF. What the hell were you thinking there? They even got the arrow onto the Treant Protector, but it didn't really matter. You don't have the damage. You don't have a vision. You cannot kill him. Look at this. None of your heroes do any damage. And Nadine Narwhal, we've seen so many fights in the previous game where he did 0 damage. This fight, well, he's gonna do 275, but you can put that up to 0 already, because some of the damage was towards the Seeker. He healed up immediately. X3, that was the fight that broke the game. Now they don't have a Roche, they don't have anything to fall back to. In their top tier 1, it's looking very much dead. HF, they're controlling everything. 25 minutes in, they're looking so strong here. 8,000 gold lead. X3, I believed in their lineup, but my belief, it seems to have been misplaced. The X3 are very, very limited in being able to do anything on the map. They have the BKB on the CK, so the smoke screen is not going to be a problem for his main hero, but still for the illusions it is going to be. And now, HF are controlling the map better, controlling the lanes better. They have better vision heroes. It's looking quite dangerous. They also have a very deep ward in the top lane, so that lane ward, it might not give anything, but those kind of wards, they always give some information, and they can land you an amazing fight. Not in marble. Yeah, he doesn't want to be on top. The Sagonims of the Nature's Prophet are just pushing in the lanes all so much. The root, we saw how much it did in the previous fight, but it's not the main reason. Xani focused, looking at the map, speaking to his team. Guys, I got this. I'm gonna crush them. He wants the blink. He wants the basher. Of how much the Seeker can do with it. Ancient Thunderhide for the Lycan, some added attack speed, but none of your heroes are too great with that. CK doesn't benefit from it as much as some of the other heroes do. I guess if you use it before he uses the ulti, so everyone gets the added attack speed. I'm not sure it works that way. But there is gonna be a pause again for HF. So they're gonna say go. Erase is again having some issues. We're seeing him touching his hand a bit. Hopefully everything is fine. Sugarat, okay, stop. Yep, ladies, stop watching at the screen. Those are some big guns there. The problem is that inside of the game, that doesn't work. You know, he's more of like a bodybuilder, right? All muscle, all show, no go. Just kidding. Sugarat looks like a strong young fellow. Jump in. Bat doesn't get anyone. That avalanche was used. Immediate blink out coming out from the Tiny. Doesn't want anything to do with this one. Understand. This is very dangerous territory. Bat Rider already has the Ether Lens. Wants to use that lasso with the Arcane Rune. Seems like that will be denied from
middle tower is under
the
attack.
tower. Well, that's gonna be a different story altogether. 3 BKBs inside of HF. 2 of them on the side of X3. Let's Seeker down to 7 seconds. The lasso was used with an Arcane Rune, so he has gotten his wish. Xani. Well, he's gonna get a kill. That's gonna be a very, very low cooldown on the lasso. 70 seconds because of the Arcane Rune. Gonna be more than happy with it there. Now working towards the Octarine, so then we don't really have to be relying on the Arcane Runes. HF, they're going for a tier 2 push. When X3 went for it, it ended up badly. But in this situation, what are you actually gonna do? You're gonna use the glyph with the Howl there, the creeps. All of them are gonna have very, very low armor. So the tower goes through them easily, but another wave of them is coming through. They are not afraid of little doggies in the woods that can only produce noises, but don't really have all that sharp of a tooth. Seeker is gonna be taking the tower down. His basher is done. He's thinking about the Mjolnir. After that, it's gonna be the blink just to slaughter the back line. Smoke from X3. Are going around, they're wrapping around. They want to secure themselves a fight. Sphere wants to be the one initiating. Look at the good positioning here. HF don't want to be caught. They're going in. Avalanche toss. The arrow connects onto the Ricky, and they're gonna get 2 quick kills. The chase is on. Sphere leading the charge. Let's see where the rest of them are. They are nowhere to be found. Everyone on the side of HF, they're already out of that one. They lost 2 heroes. They don't want to lose anymore. Lycan has the Hex. That is a big one. Sugarat is a really hard hero to deal with at this point. He's gonna go for an Aghanim Scepter, so that's gonna be a CK running 550 movement speed that has a lot of damage. Wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of that one, but Lycan definitely a nuisance at this point. He does buy a shard. I like this shoving out the waves, very important. And the wolf in every wave. It's gonna be quite a solid 1 wave per 30 seconds. You don't get it in all 3 of the waves. You get in 1 out of the 3. And also that's gonna be a nice farm for the Lycan as well, because every single time that the wolf does get the last hit, you get the money. Smoke from HF. They want to change something right now. They have the gem. They don't want to allow the enemies to have any kind of vision around the map. That is a smart move. They're taking the Ricky with a lot of envies. They are gonna get the Rupture onto the Lycan. He's a little bit too deep for you to be focusing on him. Actually, he's gonna be left all alone, and he does get the Hex off, standing next to the tower there. It is gonna be a return kill, but Alone is being pulled into very dangerous territory. He will burn on his own. A lot of heat is needed to burn a rock down, guys, but the Bat Rider, he can produce. He's gonna be 2 for 1. Of course, HF are gonna be more happy with the outcome. They do use the lasso to get themselves 2 kills. Every single time that X3 are missing someone on the map, the lanes are gonna be going towards them, suffocating them even further. And that's why HF wants to get those kills. Of course, the cold, of course, getting towards the end of the game. But hero dies. X3 cannot get out on the map. They know they can be caught as well. And then HF, just if they're not showing, the lanes are going to be going in their favor and you can continue farming. 8k gold lead is not insurmountable, but it is more than enough to win the game. Especially 30 minutes in. Let's see, Proletari is going for an AC. This NP is looking very strong. I'm surprised he didn't go for the Gleipnir. You're playing against a CK, you're playing against a Lycan, and you're not going for a Gleipnir. That is very, very weird, to be honest. I guess you kill the illusions faster, but you're not protecting your guys at all from the... Imagine CK and the Lycan jumping in, even if they have BKBs and only the CK has, at least you're keeping everyone else in place for quite a long time. The AoE of the Gleipnir is actually quite big. Okay, I don't like the choice, but fine. Tiny going for a 4-staff. That is something that you need, especially against the Nature's Prophet. Once the 25 level comes out, it is going to be very hard to deal with that once you want your heroes to get forced out. You might actually go for the mischance this time around. I wouldn't hate it at all. Even though the other talent is much, much better. I've seen the mischance being picked up in some of the professional games. This would actually be a decent one for it. Let's see, they're going for a smoke. Where will they go? The mid lane, the side lanes are being pushed in currently, so HF should know that something is up. Sleep onto the Mirana. Smoke screen is there as well. They're going in. They will get the last onto the Mirana. She is gonna die, but already killed the Riki, who does buy back. Nesphere a little bit too deep. He's trying to fight. It is gonna be an overgrowth being used. BKB is already up. And then look at Proletari just standing his ground. Let's go. Who wants to fight? He's a tower just crushing everyone. You're gonna have to go through him, and Xani, he finds an opening to come back in again. You don't want to be committing immediately, but as soon as the enemies are low, that is when you strike. That is when you finish them off. It is gonna be the Bloodseeker that does the most damage, but to be honest, the main hero in that fight, most definitely the Nature's Prophet. Nesphere is going for a Manta. He wants another way to remove the overgrowth, but this Roche, he'd like some way for the teams to fight for him, to protect him, because every single time that a team has walked into the pit, no one has responded, especially in this game. Number 3, this is going to be the second Roche, and the Shard will probably going towards Xani. You can imagine how much of a damage increase that is going to be for a Seeker.
Immortality.
So the thing is, now every single hit, I think, does 1.8% of enemies max HP in pure damage, and you have a lot of attack speed. So CK with a lot of HP for a hero, he's gonna be melted. Dark tries to jump out. He doesn't have any more leaps, and the flame breaks are doing a lot of damage. Not gonna be enough. Weavian does go down. This is gonna be taking out their rupture. I heard it, but I didn't really see anyone being caught by that one. I'm gonna assume it's on the Mirana. Zoe gonna be caught by the dust, but he does have the blink to get himself away. Either it was an illusion or it was the Mirana that got ruptured. I'm gonna say an illusion, most likely. He is going for a Bloodthorn. Very important. You want burst damage if you're extra. You need to jump on a hero, and the hero needs to die instantly. If that doesn't happen, if the fight is longer, well, I wouldn't want to be in their skin. So level 20 on the CK. He gets the Reality Rift pierces spell immunity. That's actually quite big. You don't need the extra stun on the Chaos Bolt, but you want to be able to pull people in even when they're BKB. Imagine you're a Seeker, you're running away, and he just pulls you in from afar and crits you down. That is something that you don't want to be dealing with. Xani, though, does have a Mjolnir there. He's going for a Refresher, doesn't want to blink. I actually would have liked to blink so that he can choose his fights carefully. He doesn't have to be the first one to go in. You get the last year pulling someone in, the Nature's Prophet is attacking them, and then when when your enemies are trying to prevent it, when they start running in, you pop the BKB, you jump in, and you clear out the target. If actually lose one target and one of them is low, Xani, even without the BKB, is going to be a menace. But I understand it. Refresher is going to be quite nice. 12-second BKB later on in the game is going to be making a difference. Shurgrat, he gets the blink as well. Not something that we see on the Lycan too often, but he's going to have the blink hex initiation. Aghanims, of course, gonna be a distant dream for him right now. He wants that love bite towards the CK. He wants to create a pack. That he needs a mate. It is going to take some time for that to happen. 20 to 13, 13,000 gold lead. HF ahead. They're pushing out pretty much all of the waves, and X3 they have nowhere to farm, which means the gold lead will be increasing further. They did get the granite golem, so they're gonna have extra HP. What does this mean? This means that the shard from the Bloodseeker is gonna be healing him even more. Smoke was used by X3. Ward stop. There just yet, but the bat is coming over. He might be unsuspecting to what is happening. Gonna show himself, jump in from the tiny alone, gets in, but the force stab, the Bat Rider is completely safe. And now, with the Wrath of Nature, Lone jumps in. He says, I'm gonna die for all of you. And they're actually putting a lot of effort into killing him. Proletari does finish him off, but they'll get the lasso, DP out from the Lycan. Not gonna be successful. It is gonna be a bonus. HF, they get 2. They want more, but the rest of X3 are already on the other side of the map. Senkai on the Death Prophet, going for a Lotus Orb. No surprise there. You're up against the Rupture, you're up against the Lasso. You do want to have something like it. Also, the Overgrowth is another spell that you want to be getting out of. Spirit Siphon slow. Mirana has been leashed. He couldn't jump out of that one. Erase, he decides, let's give him a chance. Let's give him a chance to live. If he didn't break down those trees, Dark would have definitely died. And he's probably gonna die here as well. Erase, even with the BKB, barely survives. The CK is leashed. He does have the BKB, but how do you get out of this one? He doesn't have the Quelling Blade. He doesn't have anything. He's trying to fight, but he's gonna be losing this man fight against Proletari. They were just baiting another one in. That is why he pushed him from the trees. He's gonna be getting himself away there with a blink, but in the end, the ulti from Proletari finishes the job because Xani sees everything. He smells your blood. He smells your fear. And X3, they should be very much afraid because after this loss, they are gonna be out. They are donezo with Division 2 and you're gonna have to go through the qualifiers. A team that looked at times where they could beat everyone. They took so many games and now they're going to be eliminated by the team that hasn't won a single series, but their first one will be against you, and X3 is going to be a deserved get out from Division 2, though I have to say, if that power outage for Nesphere didn't happen, they would have won against Sigma 2-0, and this wouldn't be a situation they would be in. They would be winning this game, probably would be feeling better about themselves, but after that, everything went downhill. They're just not looking like the same team. It has psychologically destroyed them. Emotional damage was dealt to X3, and they're just not looking like the team they were at the start.
Radiant's middle tower.
Proletari takes down the tower. It's gonna be a lasso and the blood on the ground. The scenes of gore. HF bringing them to our scenes, to our screens, and Xani, he does have a refresher, 12-second BKB at the ready. No Abyssal Blade just yet. He's thinking about the Boots of Trial. Mirana looking at it, looking at her base and hoping that these towers, that these structures don't start falling, but HF are coming for you. Need a toss back, pushing in the mid lane. It is the most dangerous one, but look at that, the smoke screen is not gonna allow it. You have to go against the smoke screen. You have to go against so many treants. It is just not easy to engage. It's almost impossible. Xani, pops the BKB there. Just easily takes it down. He has the refresher. He can go for another one if he wants to, and he will be protected there. And okay. He also has the flicker. So even though this hero usually has more than max movement speed, he just wants to have it when everyone is full HP and wants to be able to maneuver a little bit more. So flicker definitely gonna be helping him there. Farming their tier 4 items. X3, they don't have the luxury to do so. They're getting out of their base. Can we be here? HF, you have to ask them. They're the ones keeping you in the base. They're the ones not allowing you to move. VPN, he sees. He's gonna get the sleep in. And here comes the TPs. They want to fight. Let's see the Hex onto the Seeker. That could be a big one. If you can bring him down, he has been pulled in. He's still being protected there. They're taking him down. He's dropping low. He's alive. The ghosts are gonna be haunting him, but he's faster than death itself. Look at Lycan. He is running, but he doesn't care. He's actually turning around with the Rupture. He does Rupture himself. Beautiful Lotus Sword from Natty Narwhal lands them the kill, and now you don't have that constant output of damage, or do you? Another Lotus Sword there is gonna be protecting him. Jump in from the Ricky, trying to pull him deeper in. He has been leashed, goes through the trees easily, has the Quelling Blade. He will be able to cut them down, and now with the Spirit Symphony, he's getting himself back. They're gonna catch more alone. He has found more, but still, you need to deal with the Stage's Prophet, who's full HP. Let's see how much he can actually do. Does have the Satanic. No more BKB. He's gonna be leashing on the CK. You can't get out alone. We'll get the stun, but it doesn't matter. He's too slow, even with the arrows. We were with 10 second stuns. I am the strongest. Proletari stands his ground, and there I had something to say about his Mjolnir. Well, it just got him a triple kill, and Dark is gonna be next. No ultra kill from Proletari because he raced with the buyback. He wants to get something done. A buyback from the Marana. Is that really enough to protect your base?
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Arrow from the Marana gonna be intercepted there by trees coming to life. And this tier 3 tower looks very much dead. You don't have a glyph to refresh. You better use it now while you can. Lotus Sword protect the Marana slightly. We're gonna get the Hex. You're a little bit too deep pulled in again. The Force Staff not gonna be working at all. Let's see if the Raxes might fall. That's gonna be a dieback. The Howl does get used. They need to be dealing with the siege creeps, or their Raxes will be going down. They will be able to clear them out. The Raxes will survive, and that Treant, well, he does get a big slap from the Sea King. Don't touch my base. 3 buybacks for X3 though. HF, even without getting any Raxes, they should be happy. The game is going well. Aghanims on Shurgrat is gonna be there soon. That is something that Nesphere is looking forward to, but he needs the Quelling Blade. Just buy the freaking Quelling Blade. You cannot get out of the trees. That Sprout is just creating too big of a problem. You cannot use the Reality Rift even with the BKB. The Roche is there. Gonna have a Refresher or an Aghanims. We'll find out soon. Clicking on that one, and HF. We're in a smoke. Seeker, no buyback. This is dangerous territory. If you lose a fight, you have buyback. Again, Refresher not up just yet. Rupture was used, but it has been returned as well. Again with the Lotus Storms. It's just doing so well. Proletari goes in. Let's go. He wants to fight, and he's actually winning this one, but he's gonna be hexed up. That Mjolnir is still gonna be doing a lot of damage. Avalanche gonna be found there. Xani starts going ham onto Natty Narwhal with the Bastions. Be able to get the kill. Natty Narwhal is surviving, not for long. He's gone for 2 minutes. That's gonna be the first casualty of that fight. It is gonna be in favor of HF.
Radiant's bottom
Hiding
barracks are
on
under
the high ground there. He has the gem. He's stolen that one from the enemy. He's gonna leave the gem while he's gonna try to do something more here. Where do you hide it? Do you try to steal the Aegis? The Sphere goes into the pit there. Weebian is gonna be finding him with the smoke screen. It's not gonna be allowing him. Just sends the illusion back. Okay, you didn't go for the right one. But Nesphere, you maybe should have went away. He's gonna get the love bite. Now he's a wolf, but he's stuck in trees. He cannot get out of it. It's his natural habitat where he will be slain. And look at this. He cannot get close to the Lycan, but now he's gonna go in with the hits, and they call GG. X3 are done. They know it is over. They know they are out of the DPC, out of Division 2, and they will have to fight through the qualifiers. They don't look too sad, but I think they're just hiding away their emotions that are not going to be positive at this point. HF, look at them. Oh, guys, we won a series, and to be honest, they deserved it. They were the better team than X3 today. X3, as I mentioned, ever since they lost that series against Sigma, they have not been looking like themselves. They haven't been playing the same Dota, and they just weren't as sharp as they were previously. So that's why they won't be able to win any series from that one. And now they're going to be eliminated. They only have 1 victory in the entire DPC, and that is from week 1, from February the 2nd. That is when they won against YNT. YNT are looking good overall. But X3, they won against them at the start, opening up the season saying, we are coming for everyone. We are coming for Division 1. And in the end, they're going to have to be fighting through the open qualifiers to come even for Division 2 in the next season. But HF, they still have a chance. They're going to be fighting against Sigma YNT, who almost got beaten by X3. So to be honest, HF, they can beat them. They're gonna be looking at the series today between Cybercats and Rise Esports. If Cybercats win that one, you don't have a chance, HF, you're out. But if they lose, they can force out a tiebreaker for their spot in Division 2. With that being said, guys, we are going to be going for a break. Why? Because we have more series up ahead, and they're going to be starting fairly soon. We're going to have YNT versus PuckChamp up next after the break.